possession with intent to distribute.
Yeah, eat it up.
But Bunny, Brian, come over here quick.
Yo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, stay away from our suspect, felony obstructor.
Okay. Regarding the whole tower thing, I want to clear the air so we're on the same page. Who grappled up there? Because I need to speak to those officers and figure out why the fuck they did it.
It was Bison.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Bison asked over radio that we were all on, and I guess maybe you had tuned out for a while, or you were talking to somebody.
Yeah, I was talking to Mickey the whole entire time.
He asked over radio, didn't somebody shoot at us from that tower last time? I said yes. He asked if we had searched for any way to get into that tower. I said yes. We were unable to locate it either on this raid or the last one. After a thorough search of the property, we were unable to locate any means or method of accessing that location. And at that point, he brought up that we could attempt grappling into it, and I'm the one who approved it.
Okay. All right. You understand why I undid the whole thing, right?
No, I'm actually.
No,
I was very
I actually
shocked.
do not.
You guys don't understand.
No. Is it supposed to be locked?
No. I said only grapple up there if you see suspect barricade. That was the whole purpose behind bringing the grappling guns. Not to use as a tool to investigate. It's either a tactical tool to go on a higher playing field or somewhere we cannot reach through a ladder.
We have used Air 1, possibly?
I mean,
What do you guys think they?
we never had Air 1 present. I think Raj was supposed to pull it out, but it never came out.
So
Okay,
so
so-
you do agree that we can search that tower?
No, I understand that. I get that.
Do
Well,
you agree we can search it, or do you think that we shouldn't search it? Because the premise of that question comes down to, if we can search it, then to do our due diligence, we should go search it.
Yeah, I mean, my thought process in relation to that, Chief, is that, for all we know, there could have been an armed individual with an AK-47 laying in a corner of that tower, waiting for us to group up to throw a C4 or do something along those
So
lines.
I was
For
okay with.
officer safety purposes, there's no reason for us to not clear something that's actually accessible to us.
So here's the thing. I was okay with grappling to the tower and clearing it, but now going there and searching the whole thing. If that makes any sense. Because I don't want I don't want the grappling gun to be an investigative tool to be used to enter said properties like that. Does that make any sense?
Oh, 100%.
I wanted to find a different way.
My general contention to it was, we have a search and seizure warrant. We're coming up clear. We got a bunch of rooms that we need to go into. We have identified previously, I wasn't there, but I've heard it mentioned, even by yourself over the radio, that you were shot from the tower. And
Yeah, and I said,
part of said
right.
search and seizure, the expectation would be to search the area that we know to be available and accessible to them. So
Yeah, I mean,
to circumvent around it just seems like we kind of,
And just to compile onto that, I mean, Mickey was present inside of the property. We have no way of knowing if other individuals were inside of the property. For officer safety purposes alone, I would think that if we have the tools accessible to us to enter that area to make sure there is not somebody lying in wait for officers.
I didn't have an
we would
issue
do
with
so.
that. I didn't have an issue with grappling in there to clear there's no suspects, right? Because I was watching the tower the whole entire time. I had an issue with using it as an investigation tool to further the search. I didn't want to do that. It's opening, it's opening Pandora's box to a lot of bad things. So from my
wait,
perspective,
say that one more.
Mickey, this is
Say
not
that
a
one more time.
social hour. You are
I did
not
not
legal
want
counsel.
the-
Get in the gallery.
I didn't want the grappling gun to be as an investigation tool to start investigating with them.
I agree 100% with that point. I want to make that clear. I think it was very, at least evidently to me, that I thought it's been made clear multiple times that the SWAT tools are only for SWAT.
Correct.
And unless the SWAT leader were to call it in, or
Exactly.
extraneous circumstances. Now, I have heard it being used. I don't remember if it was shift 1 or 2. And I think you were there. Remember, like, there was the shootout where the guy was up on that white roof, and we called to get the grappling guns. But that was made by a SWAT leader, and they have the expertise to say when and when it shouldn't be used. So someone who does not have SWAT certification called for a grappling gun, and you're right, that should not have happened.
Well, now we know. for
No, I
the
mean
future,
Bundy's
right?
got the SWAT leader. It's fine. My thing with it is, like, you go up there, you clear it. The whole place is clear, but people wanted to push down more and search it. If that makes any sense. And I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to be, you go up there, you clear the tower, it's all good to go, and then we get out, right? That's kind of my thought process behind
I
it.
mean,
Search what is found. Now I'm confused again.
yeah, I think the point where we diverge is the fact that, because I agree with you, it shouldn't be like an exploratory tool, right? We shouldn't have officers running around with grappling guns just grappling into mysterious areas because they're curious.
Exactly, because
but
that's
in-
going to
but in
happen.
this-
That's definitely going to happen for sure.
Yeah, but I diverge from you on the point that on a prior raid on this property, we were fired upon by one or more individuals with Class 2 firearms who were inside of that tower. We had multiple officers making call-outs that they could hear individuals moving within the walls that lead to that tower throughout the course of that raid. I don't think that there's any problem of grappling up there, going down a ladder, and making sure there's not somebody lying in wait.
I mean, that's what they did, bro. They went down, they cleared it, and I said, don't search further, and then they grappled out, right?
What? But that's where I'm confused. What do you mean not search further? I mean, we have a.
What I'm
search and
trying to
seizure
say
warrant.
is, no, and I get that, right? And I totally get that. What I'm trying to say here is the grappling gun was
Is there
used as a tool to
potential
clear.
lock there.
I mean, I don't know. You got to talk to Bison Mendoza what they saw down there.
I
But-
may be able to word this a little better for you, Chief, if you don't mind.
Nielsen, it's a
Go ahead.
possession charge. What's going on
So
here?
what Bass is saying is, if we can't figure out how to get to that place from the inside, then we shouldn't go in from a grapple gun.
Okay, and why
Is that what you're saying?
Why
I mean, yes and no, right? So, like I said, the grappling gun was used as a tool to tactically clear that area of any threat, right? Just like Bundy said, just in case somebody's lying down there waiting to open fire on police. That was the whole purpose behind it. Not as a tool to further investigation, looking down and trying to explore more. Does that make any sense? I know it's a bit dicey and at times it doesn't make any sense because we do have a search warrant. I'm just trying to draw the line between the investigation tool and the grappling gun.
Yeah, but I think without looking down, I think that by the time you made that call, we had not achieved the goal that you said we were allowed to achieve, which is clearing that area. of
No, he did.
suspects.
I heard him. He
They-
said, I see nothing down here. I see like AKs on the wall or some shit like that. That's what he said.
Yeah. The part where I was, that's where I got super confused. I'm like, what do you mean you see AK-47s?
Yeah,
Like,
he went down there,
what?
Bundy. He definitely went down there and looked.
All right.
And that's when I spoke up. That's because I was like, he's going down in search. I was like, just make sure the top's clear and get the fuck out.
Yeah, we're ready if you are, Your Honor.
Okay.
The defendant's counsel has been given the full report, which should also have a
Chief.
copy of the search and seizure
Yeah, what's
warrant
up?
and the
Now
photographs.
we know for the future, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
That's just a. Oh. All right, you ready to win this?
Chat, I feel like we're trying to find. Okay, it seems like there's an OOC problem with hidden stashes inside the
Just
Clay
so the
Manor.
court is
And
aware,
we're
we were
trying to
looking at
justify
report
it in
number
character when it's an OOC problem.
27402, Your Honor.
I'm a firm believer anything should be rateable if you have the probable cause. Nothing should be, where you have to go through a UI or like a hidden mechanic to find
Okay.
it, right?
And,
However, I do like the fact they have a hidden
there's
mechanic
number of charges on
because
here. I was
it
told
makes the roleplay pretty
this
fucking
was
intense if you
requested
stumble on it and find it.
testing
I don't
of
know.
possession of explosive
It's-
charge. Is that correct?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You
Speak
gotta
up,
yell,
Mr.
sir.
Lang.
I think for the sake of just our environment
Wait, is
and
this
the
for the
roleplay that we
explosive
provide in
charge
the
or
server
intent
and the
distribution?
fact
I'm
that
confused.
there's
When
mechanical
I initially
limitation.
called you, Your Honor, it was possession of explosives. We've decided. that we're going to
I think the
hold,
best thing you could do
the
is
suspected explosive in
make
custody
make
for
it to where there's no
further
hidden
investigation. We're
stashes
gonna withhold
and
that charge
anything's
at this
it's
time.
rateable. If you have probable cause, you're
Um,
fucked. It's simple as
Mr.
that.
Ruda, however,
Based
still
on the
wishes to
restrictions and the
contest
mechanics we have
some of
limited
the
today, I think it's the best
I
course
think
of action.
Specifically, felony possession with intent to distribute, but he might have others.
So when are you allowed to search a hidden stash? What? What do you mean? Chat, if we find a door down there that led to hidden stash, I want an issue with it. I don't want SWAT tools to be used in an investigation way to basically find hidden stuff. I don't want to turn it into Dole the Explorer with using SWAT gear. Oh, you know what? Maybe there could be a fucking hidden stash here. Let me grapple up there. Unless you have probable cause to believe there's a hidden stash inside. I know it should have happened there, right? And that was the previous raid, not the same raid. If the same thing would have happened, if a shootout would have happened during this raid, I would have grappled up there and searched the whole entire place. But it didn't. That's the thing.
And the officers were not going to.
I think we're using a previous incident to clear a pending threat using a tactical way, not to search further.
We are willing to once again pursue a plea deal.
Your Honor, can I speak, please?
If that is not, if nothing is being contested,
And here's the thing, though, okay? People said Hold on a second. Did we find a stash inside the clean manor? We did, right?
We
we-
attempted this
So
multiple times,
why do we have a
and
belief
explained
there's
to him
more
that getting
inside?
an expert to look at that
Is it because we
closer
know out of
in the
character?
whole
I mean,
for
like,
60
where's this
months?
coming
Okay,
from?
hold on,
If you
pause,
search a
pause.
property that
We're
has a stash and you remove
we're
all the
not here
shit,
to talk about the
why
explosives
would
that
you have?
charges
What
being
is the? Where is the
withheld. We're
reason
gonna
to
have an
believe
expert
there's
look
more
into the
inside
item that is
that
suspected
property?
to be an explosive.
Man at the farmer's
It is a
market.
weird argument. I don't understand that.
Okay, well, we're not here to argue that because that charge isn't being pressed right
Because you
now.
know, in characters' rooms in the tower.
okay.
Wait, what?
The only charges that are being pressed are the ones that are on that.
We don't know how they got there.
That I sent you, Nielsen.